Hi there, it's Toni Courtney speaking, and I'd like to share some insight with you today on harnessing the value in your team when your team are together. As leaders, we've got this incredible opportunity to make a difference to the people in our teams by letting them have a go, to learn new skills, attain new knowledge, and to be able to build confidence. But I don't think empowerment stops there. I think everyone in the team has a role to play in championing each other. Aristotle said that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. And what that means is that the potential value in your team is far greater than everyone's individual or single contributions. I worked with a great bunch of 14 leaders last week, and one of the games we played was a space simulation game where we had to pretend that we were on the moon. It was lots and lots of fun. And what the team had to do was to rank some items individually to begin with, and then they had to rank them as a team before comparing both sets of rankings to some NASA expert ratings. And the objective for the team was to be able to see in an unfamiliar environment where people didn't have the experience or the knowledge, how the team made decisions together. And as expected, the results showed that the team result was better than individual contributions, with the exception of one leader where his individual result was better than that of the team's. Now, when the team started off talking about ranking these items, he was contributing and wanting to get his view across, but very quickly he quietened down when his voice wasn't heard over other loud voices. And where he was sitting was actually a little ways away from the two main conversation camps that were going on. So what was interesting though was that the rest of the team didn't notice his apathy. They didn't notice when he'd stopped contributing, which was interesting. So I'm wondering what the dynamics are like for you and your team when you bring your team together. So what are the dynamics that are contributing towards how people are contributing? And are these the behavioral norms that you want? How do you accommodate everyone's different thinking styles? So, for example, you might have some people in your team that prefer the opportunity to prepare and to think and reflect before we get together to be able to, decide and discuss and move forward. How do you generate positive friction and encourage the minority voices so that every voice has an opportunity to be heard? How do you ensure that one idea is explored before another idea gets attention? And what processes do you use for decision making to ensure that, it's not one opinion fighting against another? Do you talk about the environment as a team that you want to create to ensure that people are present and that people listen to each other? And that they do that without judgment or without ego. Everyone's particular styles can bring different approaches and different perspectives and ideas that all can contribute towards better decisions being made. Great minds don't think alike, and diversity makes collaboration possible. And that's why creating a speak up environment within your team, I think, is the starting point. And letting people have a go, ensuring all of those voices are heard, is the starting point to harnessing the value in your team. Cheers.